medieval times, Japan had a hierarchical feudal structure. At the top of the hierarchy was the emperor. The Japanese considered their emperor to be divine, so while in theory he was the top of the government, in practice he didn't dirty himself with military, politics, or administration. He was more of a symbolic representation of the country. Beneath the emperor was the shogun, who ran the country and its military. Underneath the shogun, the country was divided into 50 to 100 provinces, each governed by a daimyo, similar to the feudal lords in Europe. The reign of each daimyo was typically kept within the family, passed down hereditarily from generation to generation. To keep order, protect the family, and defend land from outside threats, daimyo families needed trusted, skilled warriors. That's where the samurai come in. The daimyo hired military professionals called samurais and solidified their loyalty by giving them political positions, land, and wealth for their services. Soon, the families of the samurai carried forward parallel to the daimyo families with a multi-generational bond of loyalty. Thus, the samurai also became a hereditary position. Being born into a samurai family, it was expected that you serve the same daimyo that your father does and begin training for your service from an early age. Samurai training was very extensive and difficult. Samurai apprentices would train in archery, practicing until they could shoot accurately without thinking. In the early medieval period, samurai training focused primarily on bows, but later on, it emphasized swordsmanship. The samurai's iconic sword is called the katana. A katana was created by a unique layering process where different grades of steel were folded to make a blade with a long, sharp edge and a flexible, durable core. It had a slightly curved blade to balance slashing and thrusting capabilities. The handguard was intricate and artistic, and the grip was long enough to enable two-handed swings and maneuvers when more power was needed. The katana was very lightweight, so much so that a 3-year-old could handle it, thus allowing them to train at a young age. Loyalty is a key foundation of Japanese culture, but the samurai take it to the extreme. A samurai's honor derived from their pledge of loyalty to their daimyo. Loyalty was so important that when they were called to do something immoral, like invading a neighboring estate without just cause, they were compelled to do it. It was extremely rare for a samurai to leave their daimyo for any reason, only if their daimyo treated them very poorly or lost political power. When a samurai lost their bond with their daimyo, they were called a ronin, which literally means wanderer. Life as a ronin was a challenging and often dangerous life. They lacked status, income, and protection that come with serving their daimyo. Society discriminated against ronins as they were seen as masterless and potentially dangerous. If the ronin couldn't find other employment, they might resort to becoming a mercenary, bandit, or assassin. Seppuku was a form of ritual suicide practiced by the samurai class. It wasn't just a self-inflicted death, but an act governed by specific traditions and deeply embedded in the principles of the Bushido Code of honor, loyalty, and duty. Seppuku was performed to avoid dishonor, to atone for mistakes, or protest against injustice. It was also done as an act of loyalty or to a deceased lord or a way to preserve the family honor. Non-lethal versions of the ritual, though, were also practiced for a samurai to demonstrate his loyalty to his lord or master. The samurai would begin slowly cutting his abdomen until the master told him to stop. The samurai class ceased in 1871 during the Meiji Restoration, a period in Japan where the feudal system was abolished and replaced with a centralized government with a modern military. Advancements in technology and military strategy made the skills of the samurai class outdated. However, the samurai did have a lasting effect on Japanese culture. Their core values of discipline, respect, and self-improvement are still reflected in Japan's work ethic, social interactions, and martial arts traditions. Japanese business culture is saturated with loyalty and dedication, and business leaders are expected to model the samurai by taking responsibility and leading by example.